get me. My little stoner brain.
Listen, we can't go 3, 2, 1. Wait, let's try it. 3, 2, 1.
Twister.
Lava. Life is a challenge.
How do you get through it?
Laughing at the dark and dirty. We walk you through all the naughty secrets of the adult industry, and you get to be a fly on the wall with two best friends in the business of boobs.
We want to hear your dirty secrets too.
If you have stories to share, questions for us, need advice, then send us an email to twndpodcast@gmail.com or leave us a voicemail at 702-900-6446. We'll always be laughing here. It's our favorite way to cope. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, share with a friend, and leave us a rating wherever you listen to podcasts. And we thank you for coming this week.
Do you go like this?
I'll show you. Like, all right, this is me, so watch.
Yes!
And then I'm editing clips, and it just looks like I'm giving invisible head, like
To
into
me.
the corner.
It's actually on me.
I'm just like here, like, oh.
And I'm like this.
Well, usually you're like laughing. So if anyone's screaming, like, just did a nice little shot of that, it's just like, and then I'm like down here.
Making my eyes create goos from laughter.
Well, we had the phantom goo just before rolling,
I
which is
missed
crazy.
you.
I missed you too.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Las Vegas is not the same without you. You're not allowed to leave anymore. Please.
It's good to be back, but it wasn't good to come back, and here's why.
Wait, let me fix this real quick.
Thanks.
Please tell me what happened.
All right. So leaving the United States is cool because you get to see how other places do stuff.
Other places.
All right. So this makes me unhappy to relay this information, but I'm a f***ing woman, God damn it. I have a vagina. It bleeds. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. Did that take up a large portion of my trip? Sure. Did I have to hand wash my underpants in the sink? Yes, I did. But I got that done.
What?
Yeah, that's right. It was terrible. But
You had a hand wash?
because bitch, like the
You mean
the
your
flow,
underwear, right?
Yeah.
Not
No. Period panties, bro. Because like, listen, I don't do tampons anymore. I don't like.
That's for
And
the birds.
Here's the thing. My period is supposed to come like on the flight home, so I would just have a kind of miserable flight home. It did not turn out that way. That bitch came like 4 days early for no goddamn reason.
While you were on your trip.
While I was on my
How
trip.
dare her.
So I didn't really pack appropriately because I was like, I only need these for like a 24-hour flight home, and then everything's gonna be simpatico. And I don't think that's the right word for it, but it was not. Because I'm like hand washing, like I got a bar of soap, just like scrumming it in there, and it finally got to the point that like you can't wash them well enough to keep using them. You know, like they just got like starchy, and I'm like, that's not gonna be comfortable.
like stiff.
Bitch, it was.
You're like, this looks like now like a
I was
cracker.
like, I was like, all right, so I have to do this. So I have to go get tampons. Bane of my existence. How much would you say that a box of tampons typically runs you here? Because I haven't bought them in a while. And I know there's inflation.
$8 to $12. $8 to $12, and I'm not buying the jumbo box, but I'm buying the medium size, not the little.
How many does that include?
Maybe 40. I'm
Okay.
thinking 40 to 50.
Because here's the
40.
thing. Did you hear all the stuff about like them using toxins?
Yes.
In the tampons?
Just recently.
Yes. Because it's been a recent thing that's going around. And apparently also tampons, like until recently, I don't know maybe where this was, but I heard this from a very good source, that they were using like cow blood as a test for like the tampon soaking efficiency. And if you've ever had a period, I don't know what kind of period you're having, but it's not like cow blood.
What does cow blood look like?
I don't know, just like blood. Don't you hate ads? They take away from the conversation. But you can go ad-free with us at patreon.com/TWND podcast. We create monthly photo sets, host Zoom chats for our dirtbag tiers, and even create short films. We have a wholesome pledge option if you want to show a little support, or dirtbag tier if you want to go all the way with us. We release episodes a day early for all tiers, and each episode is ad-free. So if you want to level up, go to patreon.com/TWND podcast and show your support. But that's not what comes out, bitch. It's like the shedding of your goddamn uterus. Sometimes you're like, I don't know if this is brain matter. I don't know if I'm dying. Maybe I have cancer. I hope not. But you just never know. You get a weird pain down there. You're like,
And you're
that could be
passing
toxic shock.
Yeah.
For sure. Like, there's a lot going on. And I know you don't want to hear this. And I don't give a because you have balls and your balls don't just like shed from your body once a month and you have to like regrow them or something like that. What did I say?
Yeah.
Did I say once a week? I said once a month. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. For some
and I
reason,
said at the same time. So that was
maybe
like
that's
in
why.
unison.
I was like, wait a minute.
It was like
did I
a
say
small
that?
echo. You were like, what's a month? What's a
All
month?
right. 3, 2, 1.
What's a
Potatoes.
What's a month? Potatoes. Yes.
I feel like I have
That is-
potatoes more than once a month, especially on this trip. But here's
were
the
they
thing.
good potatoes?
They were amazing potatoes.
Frites?
No, just potatoes. Like
Like
listen,
fake potatoes?
Germany does potatoes. I don't know what to tell you. Those potatoes were top notch. And also potatoes in London at the cafe. So, oh, God, it was so delicious. So, good times all around. Potatoes. God, I love potatoes.
I do love potatoes. I love French fries. I love sweet potatoes.
I would have hated to be in Ireland. I can't speak. I would have hated. I'm jet lagged. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey,
I would
but
have
she
hated to
brought
be
it.
in Ireland during the potato famine. Can you just imagine not having potatoes?
It would be a very sad
I don't really know
place.
anything about the potato famine. I don't know how long it lasted. I don't know if it was all the potatoes. You think like every single potato? Should we look that up?
There was probably 2 or 3.
All right. We're going to learn something today. This is our educational segment. All right. Ireland potato famine. Oh, I have a test that we should take too because we were talking about spirit animals. Wait.
Also, welcome to the show, everyone.
This is my ADHD brain. I started off because I was going to tell you about coming back into the U.S. I was also going to tell you that I paid like $3 for tampons.
For how
like
many?
bio, just normal tampons. There was
How
like
many?
25 in the pack.
That's a good deal.
Yeah.
Were they like in a cardboard applicator?
No.
They were like legit.
They were easy. You just like put them in.
But they were legit.
No applicator needed.
Oh, just
totally like small, like, and then they worked great and it was terrible. I still hate it because it's like weird. I don't want to put something that's like fuzzy inside of you, but you just have to. Or it's a disaster.
It's just the way it is.
But anyway, coming back in to the United States, then we'll get to like spirit animals and the potato famine of Ireland.
I love the spirit animals.
Bitch. So going into like Germany, for instance, you'd think, whew, probably a little scary, like their border patrol, right? They weren't. So friendly, so quick. It was strange. I expected like more domination, you know what I mean? So
a little more intimidation.
That was easy peasy. England, same as well. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Everyone's really friendly. So many friendly people all over those countries. It was crazy. Everyone was so welcoming. Everyone, like some people who hosted us, both times, everyone was just lovely, right? I came back into the United States, where I live, where I was born, my home.
Home.
This was the border patrol, and he was wearing a mask over his face like this, and this is how low he was talking, and he was saying God. So I'm gonna ask you a question that he asked me and see if you can answer it. Okay, this is a game we're playing. Where are you coming from?
Germany.
I don't even know.
No, I don't know what you said.
How long have you been there?
I just said no.
And I'm like, I was like, oh, I was there for, I don't know, 9 to 10 days total. But part of that trip was in London. You were in both.
What?
You were in both places at once. I was like, no, not at the same time. Started in London, went to Germany. How can you be in 2 places at once?
You're not like.
And then, meanwhile, he has my United States of America passport in his hand. And he's like, why are you coming here? I was like, because I live here.
I'm coming back.
He's like, you live here? I was like, well, not at the airport, but I have a house here in Las Vegas. And he's like, and where were you?
Again.
I was like, wait, what? Like, where did I just come from? Or where was I the whole time? Where did you just come from? Germany. like, I already said this.
Why?
And it just kept going on.
Was this like, were you getting punked?
I felt like it at a certain point, and it's all muffled through a mask. So I keep like leaning forward, like that's gonna make it help. Like I'm like just a grandpa, like can you please repeat that? And it's just, like eyes just get angrier and angrier behind the mask. But I'm like, but you're not talking louder. You have a mask on your face, and there's a plexiglass wall between us. I don't really know what you want from me. And he's like, were you traveling alone and all this kind of stuff, and like going back and forth. And then he's like, with your partner, and where is he? I was like, I don't know, in line. Like,
you're stopping him too.
This thing that keeps going. And he's like asking all these other questions, and I'm
Where
answering
is he?
them. But I'm like, why is this taking so long? Like, is Ashton Kutcher, like, once again, I'm out in the real world, and I'm coming back to my home. Why am I being grilled more than entering any other country?
Right? And it's all easy peasy over there. They're like, yeah, sure. Thank you.
It got down to the point he's like, what do you do for a living? And for anyone who's a content creator out there, this is something that you can tell people if you are a spicy content creator, because it's what I've been telling people for years. I'm a digital asset manager. What is that, you may ask? Nobody usually ever fucking does. This guy did.
What? Oh, God, bless his heart, right?
This just kept going. I'm like, so he goes, what do you do for a living? And I'm like, I'm a digital asset manager. And usually that just stops people. And he goes, what is that? I was like, I manage digital assets. Because like the whole job title is what it is. Because it is essentially what I do. I manage a lot of digital assets, right? And he goes, how does that work? I was like, the assets are provided to me or created by me, and I manage them. He's going on and on, and I was just like, sir, the only reason I think he stopped is because another agent came up to the window and like said something to him,
like,
which I took
time
to
for
kind
your
of
break.
Really?
Sam.
I was there for like 10 minutes. It was crazy. Like 4 people went through the line before I entered that lane. Like in the amount of time it took me to do mine, and only stopped because it was cut off. And I was like, this is
guy.
too much. He asked me at one point, like, did you buy anything over there? I'm very transparent. I'm like, chocolate and the skirt that I'm wearing. And he's like, how much did it cost? I'm like, which one? He's like, both. I was like, individually or total?
Seriously?
He goes, yes.
How
I'm like,
come when we came back from Bali, they didn't ask prices of things?
I don't know. And I go, I don't know, $10. Like, I don't even know how much. Like, it's not $10, but like at this point. And he goes, okay. And then is cut off by the other guy. I'm like, did the other guy hear how ridiculous this was? And he's like, dude, what are you doing?
Up.
Maybe it was because I made the mistake of wearing a V-cut shirt. And it's just like, how long can I keep these tits in my plexiglass window? Like,
literally. Yeah, he was like, also, what's your favorite color?
I'm like, whatever color gets me the fuck
Are you a
out of here.
Sagittarius?
Are you a Sagittarius?
But you're kind of giving me Virgo vibes.
Oh, God. I don't even know what any of that means, but yes, he would be the type. It was crazy. I realized I never started this. I just ranted about this guy.
Welcome back to the show.
Welcome back to the show. Now we're back into our potato segment. Let's figure out.
What's your favorite way to eat a potato? I feel like we've talked about this.
Yeah.
But if you haven't, what is it?
I love all potatoes. There's so many different ways to make and eat a potato. Like a twice baked potato slaps. I don't know. There's
That's when it's
something
all
about
fluffy inside, like it's like mashed potatoes, basically
But
inside
inside
a
of-
potato
yes.
with all the toppings.
It's like a bread bowl. Where
Yes.
you're like, this shouldn't even really exist.
So,
but it does. It's unnecessary, but
then
it's necessary.
And then it's baked again.
Yeah. And so it's toasty on the
That's when
top.
they get me.
It's like a shepherd's pie without all the annoying things you can choke on. Fuck, it's so good.
That's basically what I do when I get a baked potato, and I should just be like, hey, can you just pop this back in the oven?
But au gratin potatoes, dude.
Oh, those are bomb.
Have you had them at Primal Steakhouse? Shout out.
No.
If you want to give me
No,
free
but-
meat, I'll not say no. But they have an au gratin potato. It's like a stack. It looks like a au gratin potato lasagna.
I think we have to go. You know what's nice too there? It's like, I don't eat meat literally, but like I'll try it if it's like a good steak or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I told the waiter or whatever, I was like, I don't eat meat. And he's like, oh, the chef will whip up something really good for you. And he did.
Mm-hmm.
That place is legit.
It's so good.
And I usually love steakhouses like anyways, because they have all the good sides.
It's so good.
Every side you could dream of.
Every little bit is amazing.
Sometimes even green bean casserole.
Have you had their watermelon salad? It's like a watermelon.
Does that feta?
They got melon balls and some balsamic and like maz.
Does it have feta or mozzarella?
I don't know which one.
There's a
I can't
cheese,
remember.
right?
Yeah,
It's
there is
white.
a cheese. There's a cheese element, and I like that in a salad.
Me too.
God, I love cheese.
I love cheese so much.
We talked about cheese last episode.
Since you've been gone, I've been eating a lot
More
of cheese.
Me too.
A lot of cheese. So like my late night snack has been pretzels and sliced like a big cheese roll, like a big cheese wheel of like it's
Like you just eat a whole wheel of cheese?
not all in one sitting, but I just slice it and then I eat it with pretzels, and that's been my jam lately since you've been gone.
All right.
I ate the cheese for
Dude.
the first time.
I'm still coming on the cheese. Oh God! If I could come on cheese. I love cheese.
So can you tell me about the food you ate on the airplane? On the airplane, you had a 6-course meal?
Can we talk about what the fuck is wrong with
Yeah.
the American airline system?
Please.
I don't really understand.
And are we
because-
allowed to get into this yet?
Yeah, get into it anytime you want.
Hello, look what I found in my seat today.
Do you want to know the best thing that was actually bought here in America? It's just
America.
But I have a German treat for you for later. Um,
It'll be that schnitzel.
like what the fuck is going on? Because we're going to book like one flight, right? And my man, bless his heart, he's like, we're gonna book like basic economy, and I was like, that was a long flight after a long trip.
Yes.
Like premium economy is where it's at usually because I need a little leg room. Mama's got big legs. Daddy has big legs and they need to stretch out like this. Look at my dad's slippers.
I love those.
I got those from London.
Those
They
are
just
so
gave you the
cool.
slippers from the hotel and they were legit slippers, dude.
Hotel, motel.
I made some hotel in that.
And you know what? Your
Hotel.
cows were probably ready to go.
I still have them. I mean, just in case. But these are already gross. I made them wet because my feet just do that. But where was I going with that? Potatoes.
You were talking about the slippers.
Nope. Before the slippers.
Well, potatoes.
Fucking ADHD shit. Fucking brain.
This is so good.
Cheese. God. There it is.
Can you freeze frame that? Can you freeze frame that motion? Jeez.
Cheese. God damn it. No, but here's the thing. When I'm here and I'm just living my little life, I try to be very healthy and very conscious of what I'm eating and not overconsume on things. Like I stopped getting the stuffed cheese naan bread because I'm like, I can't just eat what I want to eat all the time. I'm getting older. I got to make sure that like I'm still doing good. You know what I mean? But when I'm on vacation. Oh, that was what you were saying. The food on the plane. The food on the plane isn't even where I want to start.
Okay,
I'm happy that's where I finished.
Start where you want.
But cheese, bro. I ate so much cheese on that trip. It didn't start on the plane. No. It started as soon as I was in London. Like got halloumi something. It's just amazing. I love halloumi so much. Always have, always will. Now, Germany. They know cheese. I ate so much cheese. It was
Tell me.
an obscene amount of cheese.
That
And
makes me so
like
happy.
every morning, right? This was the breakfast that we had with our hosts. God bless them. Toasted bread, like nice warm little rolls out of the oven, little crunchy rolls. that were soft on the inside. And just every kind of cheese that you could think of with thinly sliced tomatoes and thinly sliced cucumbers. And he just made little Sammys and just ate a bunch of cheese. Like, I put like a cream, like sour cream chive spread kind of thing on, and then a slice of cheese. And then tomato, to be healthy. But the amount of cheese, it was just, everything was so fucking good. I ate so well. And I walked so much that I didn't even like put on any weight, which was cool. Because I felt like for the amount of cheese I consumed,
You were like,
I was like, I'm coming back at least 5 to 10 pounds heavier just from like cheese weight alone. And it didn't happen. And I ate a lot of bread. But when I tell you, I hiked. We walked everywhere. Oh,
beautiful.
The hike was cool. And had a fun realization on the hike. Because how long has it been? Hang on. Let's actually look. I've been keeping a timer. 36 days, no nicotine vape.
Dude. What?
Yep. So I have my zero nicotine.
That is freaking awesome.
I have my zero nicotine vape. I took it on the trip. I didn't bring it out with me when we like went out. So I only did it like not in the hotel room. That's silly. I would never do that. But I didn't take it out with me on activities. So I didn't
Good
use
job.
it. And it sits there, but I haven't really been feeling as dependent on it, which is good. So I'm sure now I'm on vacation,
huge.
I'll feel it a little bit more, but it takes time. But no nicotine, which is good. I didn't even do the Lucy pouches.
What?
I took them, but I didn't use them.
Good job.
Thanks.
How do you feel?
I feel good. And that's when it
Can you
comes
breathe
to,
better?
dude, the hike. German efficiency, right? We went to the Saxony, Switzerland mountains, which are not in Switzerland, but apparently look like an area in Switzerland. So that's what it's called. And it was dope, but I was bleeding real lot time. And so I was, you know when you get into the mode of hike and you're like, all right, I hit this point and it's really, really hard. But then the longer you don't think about it, it just becomes easier. It's like once you start moving, it's easier to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the runner's high of a hike.
You have to hit that certain peak though, because it's like you feel like you're like, oh, do I turn around?
Yeah.
Or do I just
And
keep
I'm like,
going?
I can't turn around. I don't turn around. No look back sees.
Yep.
So going up this mountain, like you'll normally hike and maybe there'll be like a couple stairs here and there and then it like flattens out and then maybe a couple more stairs or it's an incline. It was stairs all the way up. There was almost zero flat spots. Like they just like to really they're
Climb.
like, we're like, just keep climbing, just keep climbing. What do? We climb. It's like, there was no like respite areas. And then you felt like a loser if you're just like on a step, like taking a break.
That
like,
would be me the whole time.
Those stairs were not made for breaks, dude.
It was just go.
It was just climb. Just do whatever you do, climb.
Just keep climbing.
But I was not nearly as out of breath. Like
That's
we
great.
took a few stops here and there, but I wasn't the only one who needed them. So I was like, shit, dude. If it had been a few months ago, even because I've been vaping less throughout the whole year, I was like, I would be.
You'd be heaving over with me.
Like,
I'd be like, ah.
Yeah, have no idea like what to do with so many stairs in a row. It was like the Stairmaster that never ended. It was crazy.
That's amazing.
But then there was ice cream at the top, and it was vegan ice cream, so I didn't shit my pants. Which was cool.
Awesome. Ice cream on the top of the mountain.
It was so good.
Did you see
I have
a lot
a photo
of
to share
photos?
with you. I'll share it with David. For those of you who haven't seen it, other places where it was posted.
I'm excited.
Man, I took so many pictures. I'm gonna have to clear through these. Y'all know how much I love making content, and one of the most important things for quality videos is lighting. But who wants the same old boring ring light? You can upgrade from basic to adorable at kawaiilighting.com with code TWND for 10% off. This podcast is lit by Kawaii Lighting's star-shaped ring light. There are also heart and kitty cat options to make you feel as cute as these lights look. Kawaii lighting has many RGB options, which you'll have seen used in many of my videos and photos. Don't be basic. Stand out with Kawaii lighting by using code TWND to save 10% and help support this wholesome pod. Let them know we sent you. There we go. Here we go. I'll send it to David now.
That's brilliant. I love it. What a
That's
treat.
So funny.
For doing such a intense climb. I would love ice cream at the very top.
It was very nice. It was good.
And it looks beautiful.
A weird amount of bees, though, in Germany. So many bees. Like, there was a bee that fell into our drink. There was a bee at dinner once that was, like, attacking our drinks, but not us. It was weird. They weren't aggressive towards us. They were just always around. And you know how I feel about bees, because I can't remember being stung by a bee. And I just feel like I don't want to do
I wonder
that.
if it's because they have a lot of, like, beautiful flowers. Like, I'm sure there was a lot of really pretty flowers.
Yeah. There was
like,
a lot
more
of...
than you are in the U.S., like, that you just see out and about.
Yeah, there was a lot of that. And it was so warm. But anyway, it was very, very nice. Oh, cheese. This is what I forgot to tell you. There's the most beautiful cheese shop I've ever seen. Did I send you a photo of it?
No.
Oh my God, bitch, you gotta look at this cheese shop. Holy shite. It was crazy.
That sounds like heaven to me. Cheese shop.
All right, so
If
play
you
the
were to
video
ask me-
and then you can swipe that way to look at more of the photos of it. This is the most beautiful shop of cheese I've ever seen in my life. And they have so many kinds of cheese and mustard. And you can sample the cheese. And it is so fucking stunning. I was like, I can't believe that this is just for cheese. It was...
that is amazing.
Girl.
Oh, cheeses.
I know.
All the cheeses.
So many kinds. And we got this goat, like a goat cheese that had like little pine nuts in it. And then got some fresh bread. And we went to the park and just like ate cheese on bread. Oh, it was so good.
That sounds like the best day ever.
But yeah,
Ever.
David, I'll send you some photos of the cheese shop.
If you were to ask me, like, because, you know, I didn't know, like, there was cheese shops like that.
I didn't
legit.
either.
Now, if you ask me what kind of business I would like, I would love to have a cheese shop because I'd be very passionate about it.
Yeah.
It'd be something that, like, I would truly just, like, be just, like, super into the time.
You would be able to recommend all the best cheeses because you would know your cheeses.
Yeah, right?
Well,
like
you can
a cheese connoisseur of
You can
sorts.
provide cheese for my cafe someday.
Yes. Like, that would be legit. I got to start taking cheese tours. Let's go on a cheese tour.
That sounds wonderful.
Did you go on a mustard tour?
We did have a lot of good mustard, though. You know the weird thing, though? I didn't want to, like, carry around a bunch of mustards. We got some from the cheese shop. But I thought, I'll just, like, go to duty-free and, like, the shops in the airport.
Yeah.
And get some mustard to bring home. Had a long layover. Looked through every possible shop. No mustard. There was no mustard to buy. There was, like, every kind of candy, and they had, like, cured meats and, like, cheese and stuff like that. No mustard. It was so crazy. I was like, what is going on?
I remember the airport in Amsterdam had, like, a cheese shop in the, like, airport. And I was like, dude, this airport rules. It had, like, a library, first of all, a cheese shop, and then it had, like, all these, like, really fancy designer stores, which, you know, obviously I wasn't there to shop, but, like, you know, if you wanted to go take a look in the Gucci store, you could while you're waiting for your flight. Like, it was, like,
yeah, they
really
had a bunch
beautiful.
of stuff like that. But I was just blown away that I could not find any mustard. That was the craziest thing.
Good thing we have World Market.
But, you know, it was, Laura, it was very hot when I was in Germany, walking around up the mountain, up the side of a goddamn mountain. Even though my lungs are doing better from not vaping nearly as much and cutting back on bad habits, I decided to make a good habit, and that's with liquid IV. Did I hike up the mountains of Saxony, Switzerland, Germany without the assistance of liquid IV? No. I'm not a fool. Do I look like a fool to you? No. I keep it... I keep everything stocked up. And that's what you can also do with Liquid IV by going to liquidiv.com and using code TWND to save 15% and get free shipping on everything that you purchase. Doesn't that sound like a game changer, Laura?
It does. It's a no-brainer.
And these are actually some of my favorite flavors. And these are actually what I took on my trip abroad. Unfortunately, Liquid IV is only in the US right now, but don't worry.
Eventually.
I took that shit with me. Because it's got what you need.
Did you
for
spread
better
the word?
hydration. I did.
Good.
I spread the word of Liquid IV. Much like I'm sharing it with you now. I don't know where my life would be without Liquid IV. I might be without a home. I might be alone forever. But instead, I know that I'm not hydrated because I keep Liquid IV. It goes strong. It goes hard in the pain.
It goes hard. Yes, it does. Every day.
Have you tried the new firecracker?
I have. It's freaking fire-tastic.
This reminds me of childhood. God damn it. The heat of summer.
The 4th of July.
The 4th of July, a humid August morning. Sneaking down into that freezer that we kept in the basement. Popping one of these bad boys out.
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2. Maybe 3 if you have a problem like some of us in this room, if you know what I'm saying. You don't care. You're a kid. You burn that shit off quickly. Not anymore. Bad for your teeth. But you know what's good for you? Liquid IV. So you can bring back that childhood wonder with Popsicle Firecracker.
Yes.
Partnered with Liquid IV right here.
You don't have to feel guilty about splurging if you have a couple of these.
And if you're feeling crazy, you could get a mold of the firecracker and you could just freeze pops of Liquid IV. Did you ever think about that?
Mind blown.
Did you ever think about that? That's creativity. Liquid IV is being very, very, very creative with their flavors. They also have rainbow sherbet. Also reminds me of childhood. We kept a big tub of it in the freezer and I just go in there with a spoon and totally not scoop it out of the middle. I didn't even care if it was freezer burned. Made it better. Crunchy. Delicious.
Love a good texture.
But I'm getting older. And the older you get, the easier it is to get dehydrated. So I keep this me. I mean, this stuff. Bleep that. I don't fucking know.
This shiz.
All right. So you take this and I'll take this. And I want you guys to take yourselves to liquidiv.com and use code TWND to save 15% and experience better hydration today. You get 16 ounces of water. Pop in 1 stick of Liquid IV and you're going to feel a lot better. You're going to get all those vitamins and electrolytes that your body needs. So support the show. Liquidiv.com. Use code TWND. Goodbye.
Do it.
Thanks.
Liquid IV.
We are back in the show, but I am going to use one of these
Pop a
actually.
Liquid
David,
IV.
you can use that one for later. Cut it up. Cut it up for later. David knows what to do. Speaking of which, ta-da, your present is here. So you need to test the record.
Oh my god.
You need to test it because
oh my gosh.
if it's good, that is where I'll be ordering the other ones from that we will be making
It's
available.
real.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real thing.
So you have to let me know how it sounds. I think I put the song on there like 9 times or something like that.
That's just on repeat.
It's the only thing on the record.
Dude, I'm so playing this like every day. This
Dude,
is so cool.
I played it a lot. Although I did notice
Oh
that.
my god.
Yeah.
That is freaking awesome.
So I thought we can sign those and all that stuff if this does sound good.
My goodness.
I made the little custom middles for it and everything.
Dude. This is fucking beautiful.
Yay. Glad you
Are
like
you
it.
serious?
Yeah. So let me know if the sound quality is good. And if so, these records will be coming to a place near you. A Patreon near you.
So cool. Are they 3-year anniversary limited release?
Yeah.
This is so epic. Dude, we have a record.
Yeah.
I'll check it tonight.
Please.
Dude,
So
and I
I made individual album cover art. Sorry for I think we're gonna make like a limited release of copies, and then it'll be 1 of 10, I think, or 1 of 11.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's beautiful. What are we at as far as
So that's what I wanted to discuss with you.
I know, because remember, we specifically before our trip.
I said if by the time that episode didn't come out, it wasn't at 2,000 views, I'd be doing a whole month with a bald cap. So it's at 1.1 thousand.
So that sounds like we're doing some bald cap content.
So I'm wondering.
Oh shit.
Here's the thing. If by next week, so not when this comes out, but basically September.
The end of next week.
Let's say September 1st.
Let's say Labor Day, September 2nd.
Labor Day, I'll give them an extra day because it's a holiday.
3-day weekend.
3-day weekend. So by September 2nd, you guys have time. This is going to fuck up a lot of things.
It's going to fuck up all your lives if you don't listen.
That's right. It's going to, trust me.
I got some authority with that.
I
right
like
there.
that. It made me a little wet. So,
and we're here for that.
So this is a lot of time. So let's consider this, right? Because it's, oh my God, there's still plenty of time left to get it to. Let's amp it up. Let's make the stakes a little higher. 2,500. 2,500 views by September 2nd. Otherwise, I'll do an entire episode. Like every episode that I do for September, I'll do it with a bald cap.
I will too.
Yes. All right. So if you don't want an entire month of lore,
they might want that though. So this might be a double-edged sword.
That's all right. Let's do it for the views.
Okay.
Do it for the pod. God damn it. If the music video does, I can bring back Norm. We can have a month of Norm. Maybe we should just do this anyway.
Yeah, do Norm.
Because I'm thinking, I still want the views, so there has to be something at stake. But while some people like bald caps, some people do not. So I guess it'll just be a battle of will. Because what I'm thinking is, if it's not at 2,500 views, which I think is very doable considering that we're at 1.1.
Yeah.
I think this is very doable.
And I know you guys are sharing it with your friends, so obviously it'll get there.
And we'll get there. We'll do. How about this? I personally will be wearing a wig cap for content that I make for my site, which y'all are not going to want to see, but I'm going to post anyway. And you can't stop me because it's my page and I can do whatever I want. Yeah. However, if it gets to 3,000 views, then you and I will do a bald cap for an entire month of episodes. Because if that's what they want, then they can listen to and give it more views.
So they get it more views.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's fair.
3,000.
You guys have some homework.
3,000 views by September 2nd. Laura and I will do an entire month in bald caps. If it's only 2,500, if it's under 2,500, then I will be making content in a bald cap that I'm going to be posting on my page. And you might not like it. And you're probably not going to like it. So decide which one you want it to be. Because it's either content that you don't want to see that I will have fun making all over my page. Probably even my Instagram. All my thirst traps just in a bald cap.
And I'm sure she'll get flagged for it because she'll be bald. Who knows? It's a symphony of dogs.
Hang on.
And word from sponsor.
Do you want to know what I did on my trip? So we had bed cake almost every night, which was amazing.
What's bed cake?
It's where you take cake and you eat it in bed before bed.
Ah. It's like night bread.
Like night bread. But it's like intentional bed cake. Oh, God. So delicious. So anyway, I was sucking down one of these. And I was like reading a book and just like, I'm like, there's not enough Nutella because I noticed that it hits a point halfway down where there's no more Nutella, which is very rude. It's very deceptive. False fucking advertising. But I was thinking to myself, there's a lot of breadsticks, not a lot of Nutella. So I just would take a breadstick and then like suck slowly all the Nutella off of it.
Then double dip it.
And then when the breadstick would break, I'm like, time for new breadstick. And I just did that throughout the whole bit of Nutella. Then I tongued out the Nutella.
Like what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, exactly. But then there was just all these breadsticks left over, like all of the breadsticks. I didn't want to waste them, so I like sadly ate the breadsticks.
All dry?
All dry with nothing on them. I was like, wait, I should have actually like rationed it. but it was somehow better in a way. Like I was being punished.
I feel
for
like
the
I
Nutella.
always go very like light in the beginning, and then when it comes towards like the
You're like,
last three, I'm like, oh shit, I have so much. I'm like doing hefty amounts of Nutella. I'm
Yeah.
like, I shouldn't have like been so sparse with it in the beginning. Just like enjoy it thoroughly throughout the whole thing.
It's like me trying to regulate my bath temperature. Oh God. Fuck. I can't remember what we were talking about before.
Potatoes and cheese. Potatoes,
There
cheese,
was a
your
lot of good
flight. You didn't
cheese.
get into like how American flights are just like garbage versus yeah, get into that.
There we go.
Get into it, yeah.
So we were gonna do. I'm not comfortable.
I gotta get this little bit down here. Good judge.
We were doing booking flights, right? So we're gonna. I don't want to say the airline, but we're gonna book just basic economy, which, like I had said before, this is called a callback. Bless his heart, he doesn't care about legroom. My legs are a lot longer. So, but we were going through and we're like, then we realized that the baggage in the basic economy is no baggage is included. But our flights too, their baggage was included. And I'm like, this is a really pricey flight for basic economy where no baggage is included. Let's shop around. But we ended up finding like through this like European airline, shout out Condor, for $150 less than basic economy on this, not American Airlines, but just an American airline. $200, $150 to $200 less on this Condor flight. Not basic economy, not premium economy, business with lay down seats and so much fucking legroom. What the hell? What the hell is wrong? It was a more like direct flight. There weren't like a shitload of unreasonable layovers. Now, getting onto a plane in Germany is a little crazy because they take you on a bus and it's kind of like bedlam, like getting onto the plane. It's weird.
What?
It does bother me a little bit. It's very strange. They put you like on the bus and they just like take you out to the plane, but sometimes it's like really far away. So you're just like jostling along on
In
this
a
bus
bus?
with people like a tram train bus. It's very weird. So, but getting on, I've never done like business class in my life, like no kind of lay down, but I'm like, we were like, I don't know if this is a kind of plane that's going to be kind of shitty and have really bad like effects with turbulence or something, or like fall out of the sky. I've never heard of this airline before. And it was the most amazing experience of my goddamn life. And I think for $200 more, plus having to pay for a bag that's not included with the basic economy seat, I could have been miserable, had my legs shoved up like this, and then been pissed on by a flight attendant.
And no legroom at all.
No, like, I'm
Like a
like, the
sardine.
audacity to charge those kind of fucking rates? Are you kidding me? They gave me so much food on this flight that I was like, no, please. I can't eat another tart. They kept giving me bread. They're like, how about more bread? And it was like freshly baked somehow. Like it was fresh, fluffy, like real bread. Like not like when they give you a weird roll that you take
That's
out of a
dry
plastic
or
thing or
like-
something.
Yeah.
Like freshly baked, like pretzel buns, seeded bread, sliced bread, like so many kinds of bread. And this guy like figured out that I liked bread, and he kept coming back like with the tongs and a little basket of bread, being like, like he knows that this fat American fuck wants more bread.
He's
I'm
like,
like,
"Eh?"
you clocked me. Bring the butter too. Fuck it, I'm on vacation still. Like, it was crazy.
Bring
There
the
was,
butter
like,
and the cheese.
there was like freshly baked chicken on a bed of like rice, like pudding pilaf stuff. There was fresh vegetables, like marinated bell peppers.
Where was the chef?
I don't know. It was so confusing.
Was he next to the pilot?
I don't know. There was just like a magic curtain and things just kept coming out to the point that I was like, what is happening? There was like appetizers and it's like, we thought like there's a little menu and I was like, a menu? Where the fuck am I right now? They might as well have been kissing my feet. They gave you socks and slippers. For the
Were those? No, those were the ones from the hotel. Never mind. Wow.
girl.
Get it. Condor?
But and we thought that you got to like just pick one like from the menu.
It was all
you
of
got
it?
to pick one main course. Everything else on the menu, they just kept bringing to you. There was like a lemon tart. There was like this weird kind of cheesecake that didn't really make sense. Vegetables, like pulled roast beef. They had like these marinated like salmon things with their own special bed of coleslaw. Like food just kept coming and I didn't know
Holy cow.
from where. Like at
And
some
how many
point-
people were on the plane?
I don't really know. There was a lot of people in the back of the
At
plane.
least 100?
I felt like guilty, like going up to the front of the plane. I was like, but I don't think I'm supposed to be up here. It reminded me of like the flight with the lady when I asked her where the bathroom
Yeah.
was. And she's like, you can't go up there. And I was like, I'm up here.
You're like, I'm here, bitch.
And I was
I'm
just
here.
thinking the whole time, I was like, I could have been sitting in the back of the plane paying, when I had to pay for baggage, $300 more than right now and gotten like a bag of pretzels. I got fresh baked pretzel rolls. The fuck?
They were giving them pretzel chips in the back.
I was like,
You were getting the freaking like bagels and shit.
I had so many points versus like, I'm having the most amazing time. I have crippling guilt about this. But I feel so amazing because I'm not sitting there. Like, how did I save money on this flight?
you
and I'm
don't
being-
deserve this.
I know. That's what was happening. Like every time more bread came out, I was like, oh, you piece of shit. Like, just eating the bread, slathering on the butter. Oh, God. Just disgusted with myself, but I couldn't stop.
Yum.
It was so good.
Yum.
Dude.
Want to hear about my flight home from California? It was the opposite. I get to the airport at noon, right? Because my flight's supposed to leave at like 2 or board at 2 p.m. Well, I get there, and I already got an email that morning. That morning, it said, your flight has been delayed, and you will leave. It was like just an hour later than my actual boarding or my actual takeoff time. So instead of like 2:30, it was more like 3:30 p.m. But then it said I wasn't going to arrive till the next morning. Mind you, it's a 40-minute flight. So I got real confused. I was like, wait a second. What does this mean? I called the airline. I was on hold for like an hour, you know, like before I actually talked to somebody. And
That's weird.
they're like, I was like, so my flight's delayed? And they were like, yes, we see that. And I was like, okay, so what exactly happens between the time we take off and by the time we land? Because it said there was a 17-hour flight.
Honey, what does it make you think of? Sweet, delicious, sticky, licking it off your partner? If you want to have fun with a special friend or are someone who loves self-pleasure, Honey Playbox has the toys for you. Use our code TWND to save 15% on your purchase. Amp up your playtime at honeyplaybox.com. You deserve pleasure, so elevate your experience with Honey Playbox and support our show by using code TWND at checkout. Watching podcasts is fun. Watching reruns, also fun, but nothing beats a live experience. Check out our friends at Jerkmate by going to jkmte.com/TWND. Every sign up helps our show. Don't jerk alone. Get your front row seat to live events. Try a Gold Show from the comfort of your couch. Check the show description or go to jkmte.com/TWND to try it out.
Like,
Yeah.
was I going to be in the air for 17 hours? Are you going to stop somewhere and then there's going to be a layover there? What's the deal? Like,
Wait.
they didn't give me the itinerary. It's just like that I was leaving Orange County at 3:30 and then I was going to arrive in Vegas the next morning.
That doesn't make any...
I know. So I called.
So it was just a flight delay.
Yeah, but why was it 17 hours? So
Yeah.
I called and they're like, no, your plane's going to leave at 3:30. And I was like, okay, cool.
But
So
why does it take 17 hours?
they said, ignore that. I was like, okay, I guess, whatever. So I get to the airport and then It just kept getting delayed and then delayed. And you guys all know the game of delay.
They
Just
might have well have just said, you know what?
You're not going to leave.
I know that you've called in for help today, but can I shit on your face?
Yes, exactly. But the
And
thing
laugh
is,
at you?
I was happy because I was like, okay, I had a good trip. You know, all in all, visiting family. Like, we're good. Now I get to go back home, you know? I missed my man. I missed the ferrets. Like, I was ready to come home. And you know, I'm like, whatever, nothing can bring me down. I'm just gonna go get a nice lunch. I found like this really good place with like ciabatta roll, vegetarian burger with like garlic fries on the side. Like it was the bomb. You know, whatever that place was called. If you're there in Orange County, go there. Whatever. It's like some like healthy place. It reminded me of like a True Food. So it was like good food. And then my flight's like getting delayed. And then by the time I'm at like my 5th delay. For the day, 5th. And like, it's like, I talk to the airline and I go to the desk and I'm like, at this point, I said, hey, I'm just here to see if we're actually going to leave today. You know, like, I'm like in a good mood. You know, everyone else is like pissed. Kids are crying. Like, it's just like, it's all like shitty. And I already know like there's shit going on at the airports. We've been seeing this like on like freaking, you know, on the internet for a while. Like this is just like what's been going on. So like when it happened to me, I wasn't like, what the fuck? I was just like, oh shit, this sucks. And like, I know I could have driven home faster than I spent all that time at the airport. But like at the same time, when you're traveling by yourself, sometimes flying is just a lot better.
Yeah.
You know?
Until they shit on your face.
Yeah, and then I'm like, by the time I finally got on my plane and got home, it was like almost 9:00 at night here.
Yeah,
which was fine. But I like my man was sitting on the edge of his seat, like waiting for me. Like, are you coming home? When are you coming home? Blah blah. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just here at the airport, and you know, like eating some really good food and snacks. I'll be home soon.
I love how you call in like to ask, and they're like, don't worry about that.
Yeah, like they said, ignore that.
Ignore that.
If I showed you, and then you know what's really cool though? The next day, I didn't complain because you know obviously it happened to everyone that was flying home that day on that plane, not just me. And the next day, I opened my email and they had given me a voucher for more than what my flight costs to fly again in the future, which was kind of cool. I didn't I didn't have to complain. My flight home was $40, dude. They gave me a voucher for $50. It was the cheapest flight ever. But again, it's like a 40-minute flight.
Yeah.
It's the easiest flight from Orange County to Vegas. But like, dude, it's just...
What did you fly? Spirit?
Frontier.
Oh, God.
Which is the same thing as Spirit.
Same.
Same. And
Spirit, the final frontier.
Literally. To deliver you the best service. Look, we've given you a $50 voucher. I was like, my flight was $40. And then
making bank.
The thing they told me to ignore was this. Look, it said, hold on. I gotta find it where it actually tells you. Like, it's like you're gonna land like 17 hours later. And I was like,
no, thank you.
Oh, here, 17 hours and 30 minutes was my flight.
No fucking way.
I was like, excuse me? No. They were like, yeah, just ignore that. No, it ended up being like a full day at the airport, which wasn't that bad. And by the time I got home, I forgot all about it. So I was like, whatever.
Yeah, that's weird. Fuck that.
And they had live music in the airport in
Why?
Orange County. Someone was just there playing the piano.
Oh, I don't like that.
It was bizarre.
That bothers me.
I was like, what is this? I mean, it was fine. I was just like, wow.
That's very weird.
Really? I was like,
I don't like live music where you're not expecting it to be.
it's like, why? What is going on?
Do you ever have like random things that you're like, I want to know how to do that, and then you start looking up stuff about it?
Yes.
I want to do that with pouring resin.
I want to do DJing. Like real DJing.
You should.
You should pour resin.
Let's do it.
All right.
I'll pour resin over your DJ turntables. Make it.
Wicko.
Because I just
no,
keep
like
seeing
that'd be
stuff.
cool.
It'd be fun to just like to make random shit. I keep seeing resin stuff, and I'm like, I wonder how hard it is. And you get like all the molds for it and stuff. But then I think of the candles. Or I'm like, I'm gonna make candles now, and I have like
those were cool. I used mine that you gave me.
Did it work well?
Yeah. It smelled like cranberries.
Because I have like candle supplies, right? And I'm like, but I ran out of wicks.
We could order
So
wicks.
But bitch, every time. Did I talk about this on the podcast before? I'm
No.
having deja vu. Okay. I feel like every time that I'm like, I open the cabinet and I see all the candle making supplies. I'm like, I should make some candles. And
we have all those wheat jars.
But I pull it. I know, because I thought about that the other day. So I pull them all out and I start to like get the candle supplies ready. And then I realize there's no wicks.
Oh, shit.
And so then I put it all back in the cabinet and I forget about it until the next time I see it. We should, but
let's do it.
But like that's what the cycle's been for like 6 months of thinking I'm gonna make more candles.
We have the jars still, right?
Yeah.
Oh, let's do it.
Because I tried to do it the other day.
Let's
and I didn't
go.
have wicks.
Let's do it. I'm in.
But speaking of hobbies, I thought this would make you laugh because I had like the most random thought on the trip. This is one of those like 2 a.m. thoughts, like why am I awake for no reason and why is this the thought that I'm having? Do you know that you like golf?
Yeah.
Right? What's like the big golf brand?
Callaway.
The other one. With a T.
Oh, TaylorMade.
No.
With a T.
Titl.
TS. Oh, Titleist.
Yep. So I don't know golf. I don't
Did
like.
you say titty?
Here's the thing. I had this thought like late at night, and I was laid there, and then I just start laughing, and my man's like, "What?" And so I tell him this. I took golf lessons at some point during my childhood. Right? I know this. I've seen this brand for forever. I've always seen this brand. And one of the neighbor kids was super into golf. I've seen this brand so many times. For some reason, I have never heard anyone say it out loud.
Uh-huh.
I have always thought that it was Titleist. I started laughing so hard because I'm like, how fucking stupid.
Well, to be fair, I could see it because it kind of looks like it's spelled that way.
The way that it's always, I've always seen it is like in the script. Like, so it's like, Titleist.
But I probably wouldn't have known that, though. So I'm not, like, laughing at you.
No,
it's just funny.
But it goes, I'm like, bitch, I, like, write things. I've always been, like, proud of, like, my spelling and my writing. Titleist. Title.
Oh, we lost camera. But
It's
you know
fine.
what?
Title
It's fine.
Titleist.
The thing is, though, I never heard anyone say it until I golfed. And then when I heard Titleist, yeah, I was like, oh. But I would have thought it was Titleist, too. Because, to be fair, isn't it T-I-T?
Yeah, because title is Title. Like, tittle. What's the book tittle? No, it's never been. But my brain says I'm like tits.
But
Titleist.
we could make like merch that's
golf
Titleist
merch. It's Titleist. Oh, that's a good idea actually.
for girls.
Yeah.
Because it's tittying.
But that just fucking tickled me. Like I was giggling at like 2:00 in the morning, like just about how fucking stupid I am. I was like, oh, I have to write this down. Oh my god, Titleist.
Dear diary.
Dear diary. Today I realized that every day is a discovery. Another discovery of how stupid I truly am.
Did you like the movie Twister back in the day?
I don't know if I've seen it.
The one where they chase tornadoes?
I heard of it, but I don't remember seeing
Well,
it.
there's a second one. I'm not sure if I'm like that fond of it. Sorry to change the subject,
No, it's
but
okay.
I thought maybe you had seen it because, you know, it was one of those ones. If you haven't,
Did
watch
they
the
say
first
Titleist
one.
in it?
No, but it was just so I was disappointed in the second one. Maybe I'm like, I don't know why I tied that to titties, but because titties never disappoint. You
Do
know,
titties show up in Twister?
titty twisters.
Maybe that's
Oh
why.
my gosh.
I was thinking titty twisters when you were saying Twister, so.
You get me. My little stoner brain.
Listen, we can't go 3, 2, 1. Wait, let's try it. 3, 2, 1.
Twister.
Lava.
A lava twister. I was hoping you would say titty. I was praying.
I thought about it for a second, but I was like, maybe it's too on the nose.
We could do it again. Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Orchid.
Morbid. I mean, I said
It
morbid,
rhymed.
but orchid, it's kind of the same.
You said Mormon?
Morbid.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought you said earlier today.
Morbid orchid sounds like a death metal like band.
I said Mormon. Morbid Mormon. We were driving home today.
I thought you said orchid.
No, I said orchid. You're right. But I thought you said Mormon and you said orca. Wait, did you say orca?
I'm crying. No, I didn't say orca. Oh, fuck. Oh, bitch, I'm so tired.
We were driving home today and there was Mormons in the neighborhood, like 3 houses down from our house. We were like, fuck, they're making their way down.
Did you yell at them, go away?
No, but I was like, why don't we open the door and offer them a hit of the joint?
I should.
That would scare them, right?
Yeah. Well, maybe they just get into it.
Get into it, yeah.
You can do the thing of like, we'll let you come and talk about God, but for everything you tell us, you have to take a hit.
They just get
You just
super high.
Yeah.
I feel like they would. Just to, talk about the Lord.
You know what sucks like about being the Mormon people that have to go around is like, especially in Vegas, it's so hot. Like, and they have like long pants and long shirts and collars. And it's just,
It seems like
seems very
torture.
sweaty.
Also, why are kids back in school now when it's this hot out still? Like, it should be not okay.
I didn't know kids were back in school.
They're back in school this week. So, like, it's not even, like, I remember going back to school in September, after Labor Day. Like, that would be, like, the start of school. And that would be, like, the last weekend, basically, before you go back. Now it's, like, a month before, and it's still, like, 109 degrees out. And they're, like,
Yeah, it's
they're
hot.
saying, like, the classrooms are friggin' hot. Like,
Ugh,
yeah, and, like,
gross.
it's like, well, why are you making them go to school so soon when it's this hot?
That always pissed me off about classrooms is that you couldn't control the temperature.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, I was luckily like
Kids
in a
just
place
smell
where it was
weird.
like cold, but yeah, you have to keep that air flowing like a bus.
Kids smell gross, dude. I remember even just thinking like,
Because some of those kids didn't wash anything
do you know the amount of kids that they didn't wash their hands?
or their hair,
Oh.
their underwear. Imagine walking by and then smelling some funk.
Dude, that's why I think I've talked about this before. That's why I got so like freaked out about like dental hygiene is because of like some of the kids I knew who like had braces and just did not take care of anything and their teeth just were like scary.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, dude.
You're like, what is going on? Help. Send help.
Ugh.
Send a dentist.
I remember like I would just be back there like gargling, like just like really clear out everything I possibly could. I went in there with the little picks between my braces when I had them, and I did have them. I was an old metal mouth. Y'all ever had a tongue crib before? Bet not. It's really embarrassing. People are like, why do you have
Bet
staples
not.
in your mouth? They're not staples. It's a tongue crib because I push my tongue out against my teeth like this. Because you're a stupid kid. You're dumb. And then you lose your 2 front teeth. You don't smile again for photos until you grow them back.
What? What is this? A tongue crown?
A tongue crib. So look, these big, like oversized staples that would hang down behind my 2 front teeth to stop my tongue from pressing into them. Like they thought I sucked my thumb, and I would just like push my tongue against the back of my teeth
Oh.
for no apparent reason. So
they like would put staples in your mouth?
no, it was like the mouth bracket, but then they were just brackets that hung down.
In your gums? Like
No,
in
no.
here?
Like,
Oh.
like you know how there's like, did you have braces?
Yeah.
There's like the metal bit that goes around on the inside.
Oh,
so
yeah.
hanging off of that down below my, like behind my 2 front
Oh.
teeth.
I was
couldn't-
so afraid right now. I was like,
No,
they
no,
put
no, no.
staples in your mouth to
No.
make you not.
Kids would just say that to me because they make fun of you when you look fucking weird, which, you know, well deserved. Now I'm funny, so go fuck yourself. But I did bring.
What is in the box?
Have you had marzipan?
No. What is marzipan?
So there's chocolate covering like an almond paste.
Oh my gosh.
love
Is this from Germany?
Yes.
Thank you.
And it is delicious. I'll see if you like it.
Oh.
I love marzipan. There used to be these marzipan pigs that you could get from World Market, and they were so good, but they haven't made them in years. Bring it back. Bring back the marzipan peaks.
Wow. I've never had anything like it.
Mm-hmm. It's unto itself.
Night or rigor? Night or rigor?
Neither. I don't know. I can't say it. I'm not German. Delicious. That's another thing was chocolate in Germany. So freaking good. Ooh, we did, before we wrap up, we did go to this cute little like pastry bakery thing in Dresden. And I asked the guy for his recommendation because they all looked so good. He gave two of the best recommendations. One was like this raspberry chocolate cheesecake that was more like a mousse. It was so good. Then the other one that we ate in bed later was like this fluffy little cheesecake that looked like it was made into a cloud. There was cheesecake on the inside, but it was like really light and fluffy, like Japanese cheesecake or something. Then like a lime gelatin-ish filling with lemon curd on top and these like poofy white cloud like frosting fluffs. Dude, it was so light and fluffy. It felt like eating air that was flavored.
How was the coffee there? Pretty good?
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah.
Man.
So good.
I love it. Cheese. Lots of cheese. Bread.
So much cheese. I can't eat cheese for a while.
Potatoes.
It was dope, dude.
Dude. Mustard.
The mustard was good. The bratwurst was good. Sauerkraut. Our hosts, shout out. They like bought me a whole jar of sauerkraut. I just ate like half of it at one dinner sitting. It was so good.
Was it like an Airbnb you did, or what do you mean by host?
Some friends.
Oh, got it.
But they were hosting us like
I
for
was
a while
like,
we're staying with them.
I was like, did you like stay at like a fancy bed and breakfast? Like basically.
No. Yeah, well, basically. Yeah. Oh man. They were really sweet. It was nice. But
I would have ate my way through Europe for sure. All the candies, all the food. I really want to do Italy, like pastas.
Oh, pasta.
Pizza. Like I know it's all different there, but like
Yeah, it's awesome to experience the way that
or
like,
Germany, like
anywhere. I just think like it's so cool seeing even like similar things you would eat here and how they are different other places. It's so good. But before we wrap up, I want to let y'all know that we are planning something for this, and you may wonder what this is. And this is the Adrian Stroker from our friends at Honey Play Box, which you guys will probably have seen the link for in the description of these episodes. We haven't done a read for them yet because we have recently partnered with them. So they have a bunch of awesome sex toys that you can order very discreetly, and it showed up very discreetly as well.
So what is it?
So this is a male stroker, which we will talk probably more about next week. So I want to let you guys know that we'll be planning a giveaway for this stroker, which is worth like over $100.
Wow.
So we want you guys to check out the site as well and see what other stuff that they have. And you can use our code, which is TWND, which should give you a little discount and give us a little kickback as well. But check them out because they've been really cool so far. And we are going to come up with something fun next week to engage you guys to possibly win this bad boy right here, which is really, really powerful. And I've been reading a little bit about it. And we're going to have some very fun talking points next week. So stay tuned. Follow the podcast on Instagram and X at TWND Podcast. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment, leave us a rating, all that fun stuff.
Tell your friends.
And you can follow me on Instagram at thisredheadissfw, and you can follow Laura
At Wham Glam Artistry.
So get ready for next week because you're going to want to win this bad boy, and we will see you Monday.
Come.
The Totally Wholesome Not Dirty podcast is presented by TWND Productions, created and hosted by Molly Stewart, co-hosted by Laura Contreras, and produced by David Warne.